Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hello.
Looks like a few more people are signing in. I'll give up a couple minutes. Okay. All right. Let's get this started. I'm gonna jump right in the pool, and be nice if some of you can show your face. I promise me I won't judge your clothes or your hair or how your room look. Or anything else of that nature. But if I gotta show myself, you gotta show your what's that saying? If I gotta show mine, you gotta show yours. And it's okay if pets and kids are included. It's okay. It's all part of it. All right. All right. Yeah, you all are a good looking bunch, as I figured. Okay. As I said before, I'm going to jump right in the pool here. Let's talk elevator pitch. I'm sure some of you have seen your grades. Now, that can be corrected, okay? And it can be corrected by something called an elevator pitch redo, all right? And I promise I'll take an evaluation of your first situation as well, if you get it right this time. Okay, so here's the deal. Now, you may or may not remember, I posted a script in the announcements for you to follow. And all you had to do is learn that script. Learn it, not read it, learn it. And I'll tell you why it's important, class gears. I'll tell you why it's important. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. When you're meeting someone, people will assess within seconds if they like you or not. And I don't care what your qualifications are. I don't care what your education is or anything of that nature. If you blow that moment, it's gone. You know, you heard the saying, we only get one chance to make a first impression. And the purpose of this elevator pitch is to give you something that you can put on your phone or keep. I even have an elevator pitch that I give potential customers. As you may know, I own a public speaking business, so I do this for a living, and I'm always networking with people. And oftentimes you have chance encounters. Think about that dream job that you want. And you just happen to, let's just say, get in an elevator. And that person who can change your life forever comes in that elevator. And from my experience, usually executives, higher ups, they don't have a lot of time. So you need to say what you need to say quick, fast, impressive, and close the deal. That's what an elevator pitch is. Now, 1 to 2 minutes really is pretty generous, quite frankly. Usually it's less than a minute. And you don't have that much time. So what I'm sharing with you is a script that I use with my students at University of Maryland at College Park. I also share this script with graduate students at Johns Hopkins Carey Business School. And so what I'm asking of you, I think this was posted in week 2, the script, that you internalize that script and then you pitch. Now, a pitch involves more than a robotic response, so to speak, or like you're reading or whatever. A pitch involves your whole body, your eye contact, your gestures, engagement, such as a smile, posture. All of those things matter. In fact, that is at least 60 to 75% of your communication, even in a presentation. Nonverbal communication is 60 to 75% of your communication. People think it's what they say, but it's not. We give out nonverbal communication signals all the time, and they can be very powerful. Think about that. It reminds me of one of the powerful and yet funny things my late mom used to send to me, and I'm sure some of you have experienced this at some time or another. But you know when you've done something wrong, and she gives you that look. She gives you that look. You know what's about to happen. Or you just walking past someone, and think about this, ladies and fellas, or fellas and ladies, and you pass someone on the street and you just, you're saying a whole lot. This is the power of nonverbal communication. Now, if we were in person, I would have each of you walk up to me and give me a handshake and look me directly in the eyes before you give your pitch. I've had students come back and tell me they were complimented, believe it or not, complimented on their handshake. So what I'm sharing with you, is something that's practical, something that you can take away from here and apply to other opportunities that you may be seeking. Because you never know who you're going to meet, and you never know when you're going to meet them, and you're only going to have that one chance. Example, I was on a business trip up in New York, and I was getting in the elevator. I had completed my work for the day, and this person stuck his hand in the door as the door was closing. And unbeknownst to me, it was LL Cool J. Came in the elevator, and I collect autographs. So I had to ask him for his autograph. Now, if anyone ever seen this gentleman in person, this dude is huge. and back in the day, he was huge and swollen. And I had to ask him for his autograph. So we looked at each other, gave each other the nod. And then I told him how much I admired his work. And I asked him for his autograph, and he gave it to me. Boom. I got off the floor before him because he was up in the suites. And we went from there. Next example, never saw him again. Never saw him in person again. Going up to New York, coming out of the airport, saw this huge limousine. And I saw this person get in there, and I said, I think that's Oprah. It was her. She got in her limo and had a couple bodyguards. So, I wasn't gonna pass up that autograph. So I walked over to the bodyguards. These guys was 6'12". You know, they were ready for action. So I asked the guy, I said, man, is that Oprah? I said, man, I always wanted to meet her, man. You know what the bodyguard told me? You know what he told me? He said, go ahead. Now, how many of you all would have gotten in that limo with Oprah? So I went into the limousine, sat down. She was on the phone. She put down the phone. She said, excuse me. And she looked right at me and she said, how can I help you? And I felt like, guys, ladies, I felt like going like, oh, you know, I was like to freak out. So told how much a fan I was of her work and everything. Asked her for the autograph. Boom. Have a good day. She hooked me up. Never saw her again in person. So now you think about that person. I mean, this is in a different sense, but you think about that person who can help you get from here to there. Because this is still how it's done. I know we in COVID. I know we on freaking Zoom and virtual and all this stuff. But you know what? Networking is still hand-to-hand combat, guys. It is still hand-to-hand combat. It is still eye contact. It is still engagement. It is still, you know, nonverbal. It is still passion. It is still energy. It is still all of that. And this is what I'm asking of you. Because if you do that here, when your opportunity comes, you'll do it then. Because you're going to remember what the old man told you. And you're going to execute. This is what I'm talking about. Now, if you hadn't figured this out, like I said, I do this for a freaking living, guys. I work with Fortune 1000 companies. I work with executives. I've gone to some of their homes because they were too embarrassed for their employees to see them get public speaking training. I'm not some freaking professor. I just happen to play one on TV. I do this for real, for real. So if you trust the process, I can take you to the promised land. I can get you there. And I'll say one other thing. I don't mind saying it. I want to give all you all an A. But you got to take it from me. I'll give it to you. It got your name on it. Just hang it. But all you got to do is take it. So here's how you're going to get it. Let me show you something. Hold on a second. There we go. Can everyone see this?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. All right. So here's the deal. I'm just going to go through this real quick and get to what I really, I want you to do. All right. So bottom line, this thing called an elevator pitch is basically a 1 to 2 minute soundbite that explains who you are, and all your cool credentials. Because I heard your credentials, but you didn't do several things. You didn't ask me for a meeting, or in some cases didn't stay within the time range or anything of that nature. So look at this particular score as I got your attention. Don't look at it as, oh God, he gave me this. Don't worry about that. You'll be okay. Okay, so here's the deal. So that's what this is. It's a 1 to 2 minute soundbite, and that you can deliver in a short amount of time, because people who have your opportunity, higher ups, they don't have a lot of time to chat with you. This is your most important marketing tool. I'm telling you. So if you saw that person, let's say in the coffee shop or at a conference or whatever, would you approach them? And if you did approach them, would you know what to say to them? That's what we're talking about here. You see, you have to make the most amount of, you got to have the most impact in the least amount of time. Now, I know some of you in here are military, and you know, I know you all have heard it 1,000 times, so I'll word mine a little differently. I appreciate your sacrifice. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your sacrifice. But I'm gonna say something that I know some of you can recognize. When engaging in a situation that's life-threatening, you gotta end it freaking quick. Am I right or am I right? You gotta end it quick. No time for freaking volleying the ball. Gotta end it. Well, same thing with this analogy. You have to say what you need to say and do what you need to do in a short amount of time. That's where I'm coming from. Okay, so here's how the sausage is made, guys. You're gonna tell somebody who you are, plus your credential. You name something that differentiates you from your peers, all right? What you're majoring in, you know, the fact that you're whatever branch of service you're in, a veteran or what have you, because this connects and establishes a relationship. Next, what's your specific goal? What are you looking for? I can't help you if I don't know what you're looking for. Or if I can't help you directly, I may be able to turn you on to somebody who can help you. Now, the particular field or interest that you're interested in, how did you establish this interest? You know, what got you there? Why did you want to be a technician or an executive or whatever? What is it? You know, you demonstrate your experience by, you know, hey, I always wanted to be this. Don't say that, but say something a little bit more tangible, like, hey, I've taken these courses at UMGC, or I've done an internship, or I'm currently working in this field. You know, when people ask me, well, how in the heck did you get into public speaking? How did you get into communication and all of that stuff? Well, my formal education was not in communication. My formal education is in technology. And I tell you the truth, I don't regret doing it, but I'm pretty sure I did it because probably of some pressure. But I came back home and I'm back in communication. But how did you get into this? Well, I'll tell you how I got into this. I grew up watching my father give presentations. That's what. And I always wanted to be like my dad. And he did this thing in the 60s, in the segregated South. And he was good at it. And I said, man, I want to be like that man. So that's what stroked my passion. And then a friend of mine at work dragged me into an organization called Toastmasters International. Now, I don't know if any of you heard of Toastmasters International, but it's the largest public speaking organization in the freaking world. Been around almost 100 years. And when I got into it, something happened. I started getting into speaking contests and I started winning. And I'm like, oh crap, I found something here. I found my freaking mojo. And so that's when I decided that, you know what? I'm gonna hang up my shingles and I'm gonna go get paid for doing this. So we all have that story, you know what I'm saying? Of why we wanna do what we wanna do. And we love stories. People love stories. We grew up on stories. You know, think about it. But you're not gonna have time to tell a big story. So the thing is, to get in the door, then you can tell your story and just impress the hell out of whomever it is that you want to impress the hell out of. Now, number 4, which is very important. Why are you qualified to do what you do? And this is your, what I call a UVP, your unique value proposition. Translation, that separates, is what separates you from everybody else. So you demonstrate your qualifications, why you got the juice, why you want to meet with me, why you need to meet with me, by sharing your leadership, your work experience. And don't be shy about this thing, guys. Your achievements, your expertise, your skills, and your strengths. Now here comes the sexy part. Wait for it. Share what you can do or how you can help them. I can be beneficial to your organization because, man, let me tell you something. People drink confidence like they drink good scotch. People love confidence. And I'm not talking about being cocky. I'm just talking about being self-assured of who you are, what your accomplishments, and what you can do. I can be beneficial to your firm because I can do X, Y, Z. And you say that. Last, all of this will mean nothing if you don't complete the ask. Remember, I told you, I asked Oprah for her autograph. I asked LL Cool J for his autograph. So what you need to do is that opportunity person is to ask them for a meeting. May I meet with you on Monday at 8:00 a.m. And heck, even throw in the freaking donuts. I'll bring the donuts. Oh, you don't eat donuts? You eat what, gluten-free? I'll get you some gluten-free donuts. But you have to ask, because what you want to do is get in the door. Then you can tell a story. Then you can tell them how awesome you are and all that other good stuff. Last, boom. This is the script I'm talking about, class theorists. This is posted in week 2 announcement. And you can, my name is, boom, I have working on a degree in, boom, at University of Maryland, a global campus. You know, if it's a minor, say it. If not, don't. I'm interested in a career or position as, in the field of. I've been involved during college or in your military career or in your corporate career, government career, whatever, or entrepreneur career. I've developed skills in what? Leadership, communication, cybersecurity. I've also had an internship, if it applies, with whatever organization. While at this organization, and this is, like I said, this goes back to the differentiator part, the sexy part. I develop a solution for what? And I don't care what it is. I don't care if you freaking solved the problem at Panera Bread as a night manager. It shows that you have customer service skills. Or led a team in the military. I believe I could be beneficial to your organization because I have leadership skills. I have communication skills. I have X, Y, Z. May I contact you direct to a brief follow-up meeting and suggest a date and the time. There you go. That's what I want. You want an A, do that. Learn it. Look at the screen. Make some gestures. Smile, whatever. I even posted an example in the student lounge of a prior student of mine with his permission to take on what he did for his elevator pitch. You can look at that too. So I've given you everything you need to do. comments, or questions? Okay. So are we good?
We're good.
Oh, we have a question. Selena.
Yes, good afternoon or evening. I can't find my grade, sir. Did I not post it correctly or something? I don't see anything back except just that I submitted it.
Let me take a look, okay?
Okay, because we weren't supposed to put it in the folder, right? Like in the submit folder, like that's supposed to be the final product.
No, that was another thing I sent in the email, and I posted in the announcement. You're supposed to post it in the grade book. Everything goes in the grade book, even if it goes in discussions or wherever else. At the final thing, your final work goes in the grade book, because that's where I'm going to look.
Okay, because I posted it in the assignment, but I know there's that other folder. I posted it in the discussion and in the assignment.
Now, let me take a look. I'll take a
Okay.
look and I'll hit you
I
back.
didn't put it in that other folder.
Okay. I'll take a
Okay.
look.
Okay.
Yes. Any other questions? Okay. You know, I'm a straight shooter, so I'm giving it to you straight, no chaser, guys and gals. All right. Okay. So let me take this opportunity to run something else by you. Now, you know, after the redo, we're going to be knocking on the door of your informative presentation. Now, are you aware how long that speech is? Okay. You know, y'all hurt my feelings here because, you know, you see all of this here. I took all the time to prepare all of this and post it and everything. Y'all got to read this thing. I know it's boring, but darn it, come on, man. It's only like 4 or 5 pages. You know what I mean? Take a look at it. So here's the deal. It's a 3 to 4 minute pitch. Okay? Speech, your informative briefing. Now, this time you get to pick the subject. All right? You get to pick the topic. Now pick something cool, okay? Pick something interesting. I done seen all kinds of cool stuff. I mean, I even had one guy give a freaking demonstration, cooking demonstration. He had the audacity to give a damn cooking demonstration. Fortunately, it worked out. But it was awesome. So you're limited by your freaking creativity. But all your presentations are going to have several things in common. One, do not, well, let me tell you this here. Let me say this here. The first thing I will look for is if you went over or under the time. I'm going to tell you something. You got no excuse to go over under the time. You know why? You're home or wherever. You can time yourself. Do not, that's the very first thing I will look for. And I will take points off of that. Okay? So don't go over or under the time. The next thing, because I'm training freaking speakers here, communicators. Learn your pitch. Because if you learn your pitch, then you can make eye contact. If you learn your pitch, you can make gestures. If you learn your pitch, you can stand up and present waist high. Now, if your room situation don't dictate that, sit down, but sit up. All right. I done seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. I saw one person, he gave his pitch, and it was so dark in the room. He was sitting back like this here and everything. And I was just waiting for the Barry White music to start playing and everything. Dude was just like just chilling, man. Come on, man. We're not hanging out. It's for a grade, bro. So, nonverbal communication, good lighting, best lighting is in front of you versus behind you. It's just, you know, freaking thing 101. All right. So you get to pick the topic, and you get to, go from there. So want you to understand that. Any comments or questions on that? All right. Either you don't understand what the hell I'm saying, or you understand what the hell I'm saying.
We understand.
Understand.
All right. Okay. So what I want to hear from everybody on here, I don't care if you do it verbally or little digital hand thingy or whatever. Y'all got it now for the elevator pitch we do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Please make me give you an A. All right. Make me give it to you. Make me give it to you. I want to give it to you. I'm telling you right now. You're not going to hear that from every professor. I want to give you an A. I want to give you an A. But you got to take it. All you got to do is follow the yellow brick road. Do what I asked you to do. The script is posted in week 2, just what I showed you here on screen. And I'm going to post this video in Student Lounge, which will be right below the student example video that I have in there. And week 2 posting is share with you what I'm looking for. So you got everything right there. And please feel free to reach out. You can set up we can set up a private virtual or whatever, we do whatever we got to do. I'm here to help you. I'm here to work with you. That might be my best looking class ever. Good grief, man, what the heck? How did I get that lucky? But we're gonna do this again soon. Let's see what I'm thinking about here. Just a second. I gotta read this thing, man. Good grief. It is digital. It's on digital format. Now they gotta print the damn thing out. Y'all not gonna take your paper? Yeah. Where is it? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So like the last week of April, like April 26th. Oh wow. April 26th. Ooh, that's my late mama's birthday. April 26th. We gonna do this again. All right. Okay. I'll ask again. Any comments or questions? Or is my did y'all know I'm a UMGC grad as well? No, because you didn't read my stuff. That's why. Yeah. See, I'm one of you. Yes, I'm one of you guys. I'm a UMGC grad. I did my grad work at UMGC when it was UMUC. We had to change that because we didn't know what the hell UMUC meant.
I read about it. That was 31 years ago, right?
Well, not that long, bro. Not that long. Yeah. So I understand your story. You're working adults. You got families. Some of you left school, came back, or never went and came. But you know what? At the end of the day, you showed up. You're here. That's what matters. And you know what? Let me tell you something else that's real cool. I've been at UMGC since 1999. And I've seen it all. But let me tell you what's really cool. The coolest thing of this whole thing. You never know who's watching you. It could be your children. It could be your siblings. It could be your coworkers. It could be other family members, and in some cases, a parent or two. You're inspiring people and you don't even know it. As you go about your business, people are watching you. And let me tell you that you talk about impactful. That's more impactful than words could ever say. And some people, I've talked to some students over the years, and I've had one tell me, yeah, I went to school and I messed up. but it came back. And this particular student, whose name I won't mention, he's now on the coaching on the football team at Duke University now. So what you're doing can change your life, and it can change lives. You know what I mean? So I get you and I understand you, but you gotta help me. Gotta help me help you. Okay? All right. So if you don't have any more questions, I think I am done, because I know I stand between some of you and dinner, or you stand between me and dinner. But I appreciate you all hanging out or whatever. So y'all, we're gonna do this again, right?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, hey, this is what I'm supposed to do. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
All right. You all have a good one.
Good
And
night.
Selena, I'll
Good night.
take a look at your situation this evening, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Professor Golden,
Yes, sir.
I kind of have a false start for the first 2 weeks.
You want to take this offline?
I was wondering if you could give
You want to take this offline?
Sure. I'll email you.
Okay, why don't you do that, man?
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I don't want to discuss your business online.
All right, thanks.
All right. You all have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.